Okay, back with our theme of technomancy or technology as magic. Here is an example of digital twins or cognitive twins. I'm going to read to you what they are so you'll understand how they're incorporated into the living script and why people are basically being hunted or targeted for this type of data. Okay, so autonomous twins. An autonomous virtual entity evolution in the metaverse to generate information and knowledge for the physical entity continuously. So that's a brain-machine interface generating knowledge for the physical entity, which is the person. You understand what they're using AI co-pilots for, or what they would like to use them for? Operational twins. Real-time interaction of the physical and virtual entities. So that's the biological body and the virtual entities, the AI or machine learning assistant, or the cognitive twin, or the digital twin. This is why the multiple perpetrator stalkers are obsessed with twinning. The dynamic modeling, okay, so the third level is operational twins. Real-time interaction of the physical and virtual entities with each other in a closed-loop approach for therapy, preventative care, and/or human enhancement. So the multiple perpetrator stalkers are targeting people because they want human augmentation, but they want to augment themselves off of other humans. Are you catching on? The second level, progressive twins. The dynamic modeling of the physical entity using temporal or progressive information. So that is cognitive and neural modeling of a biological unit or a person. So when they target you, they want to model you cognitively, okay? That's the second level here. And that goes to the third level. The first level, static twins. Hypothesis-driven mathematical modeling for characterization of the physical entity. Again, 1 and 2 are about the surveillance, the ontology, the epistemology, and modeling that. This is not just neural data or cognitive data. This is also your DNA or genetic data. It's all biological data. And it gets turned into a model, okay? And what the multiple perpetrator stalkers are after or want to twin with is the model, the simulation, which is parallel computed. So it is continuous and persistent simulation, and it has predictive analytic ability, okay? So when you hear those guys that want to have life extensions or they want to live on forever, and they're talking about how their body was used for regenerative medicine or to build simulations and models so that they could tell what their body required or needed to be at its optimum so that they could have optimal performance, and they were using these types of models to figure out what was required, that's what it is. When they speak of life extension, regenerative medicine, this is what it is, okay? When they're talking about AI co-pilots, agents, and synthetic beings, this is what it is. And it's all modeled off of real humans and real cognitive or neural data, okay? So OpenAI did a lot of this type of research, and they were the ones that were really bringing the innovation on this, along with the lead in the industry, China, India, the US, Japan, Israel. There's a bunch of people that work on neural informatics and neural technology. This is why multiple perpetrator stalkers are targeting people and trying to twin with them. And then they have a whole script that hides it so that they can have plausible deniability. And they can hyper game everyone. So yeah, that's what it is. So you have the data, the virtual twin, and the physical entity. So level 1, static twins. Hypothesis-driven mathematical modeling for characterization of the physical entity. Level 2, progressive twins. The dynamic modeling of the physical entity using temporal or progressive information. Level 3, operational twins. Real-time interaction of the physical and virtual entities with each other in a shared loop approach for therapy, preventative care, and/or human enhancement. So you heard, Kim Kardashian and a bunch of celebrities when they were all talking about neuroscience or the med beds, and there was all this hype about this weird shit. It comes from this. This is where it all comes from. And then level 4, autonomous twins. Autonomous virtual entity evolution in the metaverse to generate information and knowledge for the physical entity continuously. This is what the multiple perpetrator stalkers are after. This is the cloning that they do. This is why they want a doppelgang. This is why they want to be other people. This is why they're targeting others.